Are the thoughts you think causing you to gain weight or make it very difficult for you to lose weight? Find out in this video. Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into my channel. My name is Lena, founder of Jaded Nutrition. Today's topic that I'm going to talk to you about is all about how our perception of our bodies will dictate whether we lose weight or let go of weight or even gain weight. So you might be thinking, what does my body image have to do with the way that I lose weight or put on weight? When we have a distorted image of our body, when we're walking around with a negative body image, when we imagine the body to be negative, detestable, unlovable, fat, whatever it is that's causing a negative body image, we ultimately create that reality. Whatever our mind starts to believe, that's what will happen in our world. So our inner world affects our outer world. If you're walking around believing that until you weigh X number of pounds, you won't be happy, you won't find love, you won't be successful in your career, then that is going to be what's true for you. Whatever you're putting out is what's going to come back to you. So not only does a negative body image make you believe that you have a terrible body, but it ruins other parts of your life as well. So it could stop you from going out and finding love and being confident in who you are. It could be stopping you from going and applying for the job that you really want. It could be stopping you from doing all of these different things, all because you have this perception of what your body looks like. And until it looks a certain way, you will not be happy. We place happiness in the future, and happiness never ends up coming. So we can choose to be happy and we can choose to be content as we are right now, even if you do have weight to lose, if you do have someone that you want to find or a job that you're trying for, you can choose to be content with who you are and what you have right now. It's our perception that is going to dictate how we feel. Now, if we view the body in a negative way, we ultimately view life in a negative way, because how we view the body can either build our life up or it can ruin it. And you see this all the time. People who are consumed by their weight and by how they look, they spend countless hours thinking about how they can lose weight, how they hate their body, how everything would just be better if they weighed less, if they were this size, everything would be better, they would be more successful, people would be more attracted to them, and it's a lie. Yes, you might feel more confident if you truly have weight to lose. You would feel confident having lost that weight, but you can feel confident now. It's how we imagine our body, and our perception is what makes the difference. Now, on a physiological level, how does this make us gain weight when we have a negative body image? When we self-attack, when we criticize ourselves, when we judge ourselves, we create a stress response. So internally, insulin, cortisol, adrenaline, these are all secreted in excess, and insulin and cortisol store fat. Insulin's secondary function is to store fat and inhibit lean muscle growth. So when we're under chronic low-level stress, like the stress that accompanies self-attack and a negative body image, a negative perception of who we are, we create that chronic low-level stress, and we create a perfect environment for the body to not only not let go of fat, but to put fat on. When we are under attack, like if we were running away from a lion and we come under a stress response, fight or flight, it's no different than when we're under self-attack. When you wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror and all you can think is, I hate my thighs. I'm so fat. I'm so ugly. No one's going to want me. All of those words create an environment of stress. When we're under stress, blood is immediately shunted away from the gut to your extremities to prepare you to fight or flee. When you're in a stress response, your body is not worried about assimilating, transporting, absorbing nutrients. It has no need for that. It's trying to live. It's trying to stay alive. Your brain, your heart, your lungs, this is where the energy is going because you're fleeing or you're fighting for your life right now. And this all accompanies when we have a negative body image. How we perceive the body creates stress, or it can create relaxation. It can create love and acceptance. It can create whatever we want it to with the thoughts that we think. So how do we change a negative body image? I love this. Mark David, founder of the Institute for the Psychology of Eating, said this: you can't change a negative body image by just believing that the body is different. That's kind of a secondary kind of step. How we change a negative body image is by realizing how much damage it's causing, how much damage a negative body image is causing to your current life. So until you know how much damage it's causing, you're not going to want to change it. It's going to be very uncomfortable not to criticize your body when you wake up in the morning. It's going to be uncomfortable not to compare yourself to someone when you see them walking down the street and you find them more attractive than you. It's going to be hard not to judge other people's bodies. So until you realize the damage that that negative body image is doing in your life, you're not going to change. So what are the areas of your life that a negative body image might be affecting? I named a few of them. People who are single and looking for love. Maybe you're waiting until you're a size whatever in order to put yourself out there. Maybe it's ruining your confidence to go and find love. It's ruining your confidence to go for your dream job. It's ruining your confidence to go back to school. If only I looked a certain way, then I could do this, or I could do that, or I could go here, or I could meet this person, or whatever it is. If your perception of your body is holding you back from experiencing a full life, A, that's a negative body image, and B, look at all the areas that that negative body image is ruining. Now, how we imagine the body is going to be subjective day to day. I write about this in my book that I'm writing, is we can feel really terrible about ourselves one day and think, oh, I'm fat, I don't look good, nothing's fitting right, we can tug and pinch. And all of a sudden we get a text message and it's someone that we like, or someone we're attracted to, or someone that we value. And they give us a compliment and immediately you could perk right up and think, oh, maybe I don't look so bad. Conversely, the next day after that yucky feeling kind of day, you could wake up, maybe you've had a really good sleep, you feel really good, you're not holding on to any water retention, you're like, yeah, I look really good. Now, nothing physiologically has changed, maybe other than a bit of bloating, in 24 hours. You didn't lose 10 pounds. Nothing has changed but your perception. Now, when you wake up on that day where you feel really good and the whole day seems to be good, you're confident, you're talking to people, life is your platter, everything is working out good because our perception of our body dictates how we feel. So if we're constantly feeling down about our body and who we are as a person, our whole life gets ruined. until you understand the damage that a negative body image is causing in your life, you will never overcome a negative body image. Now, of course, you can't just think yourself thin, although that is a component to weight loss. You have to learn how to manage what's coming in and what's going out. We have to manage what we allow into our soul. So what we're looking at, what we're meditating on, we have to be mindful of the thoughts that come in. You can't control the thoughts that come in, but you can control what you do with them. So you're walking down the street, you really want a family, like so bad. You walk down the street and you see a mom with her child in a stroller, and immediately the first thing you think is, I'm never going to have that. Who would want me? I'm 50 pounds overweight and whatever. I'm 35 already. I'm never going to have a family. Immediately, you contract and you close off because you allowed that thought to come in. Instead of thinking like, that's what I'm going to have one day. I know it. It's a desire of my heart. I believe that I'm going to have a family. You have to be so mindful about what you let into your mind. Your mind, where the mind goes, the man follows. We control the mind. The mind doesn't control us. Now, there's a lot of things that go on in our subconscious that will dictate the way that we view our body, the way we feel about our body. And it's important to recognize those things. Maybe you have a history of abuse, or maybe you grew up in a household where you were criticized, or maybe you were perfect at everything and now you're a perfectionist and everything needs to be completely on point and it's ruining your life. You have to understand where these things come from, where they spawn from, where the thoughts about your body come from in order to heal them. You have to be mindful about what you're allowing into your mind, and you have to be a little bit of a detective to find out where they come from. Now, we have to also be aware of what comes out of our mouth, because our words hold so much power. They have the power to build up and they have the power to tear down. You can make someone's day by giving them a compliment, and you can ruin someone's day by being mean and nasty. So not only do we need to be aware of what we're saying to others, but you need to be aware of what you say about yourself. Every time we think anything, we build neural pathways in our brain. We build the landscape of our brain. Now, if you're thinking negative thoughts and saying negative things about your body, you're ingraining those neural pathways deeper and deeper and deeper into the brain. And it's going to take a lot of time to uproot those and change them and actually take them out, changing the landscape of your brain. But we can do this. This is scientific. This is called neuroplasticity. And the thoughts that you think will grow into new memories. They'll form habits, they'll form dendrites, and they will become something long-term that you have to deal with, either negatively or positively. So in order to change the landscape of our brain and to change our thought process about who we are, first we need to think different thoughts, but we also need to say things differently. If you want to feel better about yourself, if you're on your way to losing weight or you have weight to lose, I'm telling you, it starts with your mind. It starts with your thought process. You need to know how much of a negative body image is damaging your success on every level, on a physical level with the stress response it causes, on an emotional level because it brings you down. It also decreases your immunity on a physiological level. Your immunity goes down when you're thinking negative thoughts and saying negative things. And spiritually, we attack who we are as people. We say to our creator, whatever you believe in, we say to God that you were wrong, I'm a mistake, you didn't do this right, I need to go and get plastic surgery to change this because you were wrong, you made junk. We create negativity on every level when we engage in a negative body image, when we don't change our perception of who we are. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't lose weight if you have weight to lose. That's not what I'm saying. But your talk has to be different. Your actions towards yourself have to be different. You are not going to reap a body that you love by going down a road of hate. You're not going to reap a body or long sustainable weight loss if you lose weight on a weight loss diet and push and cram and pull the body to look a certain way. You're not going to sustain it. It's not going to work. Unless you go down a path of acceptance and love and satisfaction and contentment, not just for your body, but for life, your body won't change. When you let go of weight loss and that need to look a certain way or to weigh a certain amount of pounds or to be a certain size, when you let go of that, your body naturally lets go. It has room to breathe. It has room to shapeshift. It's not under stress anymore. Let your body come back to its natural set point. Eat good, healthy, nutritious, whole foods. And be so careful what you think about yourself. If you're meditating on, I gotta lose this amount of weight every single day, you're never gonna lose it. You will never lose weight focusing on weight loss solely. Get over it. You need to focus on other areas of life where you can become more content. And remember, when you say, well, I'll be content when I weigh this, you won't. That can't be the focus. The focus has to be coming from a place, I'm content in the body that I have right now while I'm on my way to losing weight or changing my health or whatever. So I hope that helps you with body image. I struggled for many, many years with a negative body image. And when I finally realized that I truly had to let go of that negative perception of myself and embrace every other area of life in order for my body to transform, it just did. Weight just fell off. Life just happened for me when I changed the thoughts that I was thinking, when I changed my mindsets, and when I let it go. A lady that I used to work with, she said, the way that I lost weight was I let weight go. And I had no idea what she meant when she said that, but now I do. In order to lose weight, to change the body, you have to stop thinking about that and thinking about the other areas of your life where you can be healthy, where you can attend love to. That's what we need to be focusing on. Thank you so much for joining me. Please leave me a comment below, like this video, share it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jaded Nutrition. Bye-bye.